my notes. No. Hey, it's Shaves, and welcome to another expedition of the Anime Encyclopedia. Woo! The camera's in a slightly different place. Oh, like that. Like that. Let's get this chat on the screen. Not a sneeze. Alright. Hello, Hayden. Hello, Glowworm. Okay. Hey, we're here. It's back. Hello, Oscar. I didn't eat dinner. I'm an idiot. I didn't manage my time. I was like, it's 5:14. It's 6:30. I could stream right now. I got plenty of time. I'm a fool. What I decided to do instead was finish this manga that I was reading for a podcast that I'm recording tomorrow. And it was pretty mid. I'm pretty disappointed. Obviously, it's like an axed series from Shonen Jump. It's called Stars, S-T and sign R-S. Kinoko and Victor, good to see you two. Do a live mukbang. No! No, I don't think I will. Yeah, this is a One Piece ambience. I really don't get content ID to death for it, but what's nice is the cold steel mix that we use for the final streams is right here when I want it. Exciting. Very exciting. Right here. This is gonna move a lot, of course, as usual. Yeah, but like, finished that, and Digest is rendering as we speak. It's obviously 2.5 hours, so taking a little while. But I will mention, since my channel's monetized now, I am I'm uploading 2 versions of Digest. It's the same exact video, but the patrons will get it a day early, as soon as I have it available, as soon as it finishes processing. And I know about it. It might be in the middle of streaming or something, but I'll keep checking in on it. But it will be ad-free. There will not be any ads on it. And then when I upload it publicly, it's a separate upload. It will be a different upload, and that one will have ads. A lot of mid-roll ads. So, I mean, I hope this isn't too bad, but I think this is a small work. I don't know. It's something. It's something. But I figure if it's a long thing. Who are on the podcast? It's, the podcast that invited me is called Shonen Flop, and I'm not familiar with their stuff. I mean, they emailed me wanting me to be a guest, and so I was like, okay, sure. But we've been talking in the DMs as we've been reading it. Yeah. Seem like good guys. Meow. Hello, Weird Proc. You can just turn off ads on the unlisted Patreon version, then turn them on when you publicize it. I suppose. I guess that's fair. Okay. I just wouldn't want to, like, you lose the the ability to run it without ads after the fact. But I guess you're right. It's not a big deal. got it. They'll have time to watch it anyway, or they can just turn on ad block if they're... I guess so. Alright. Thank you, it's, you know, One Piece OST. Alright. Here we go. Umino Triton. I'm just putting it. Said they have it as Triton of the Sea, but I'm putting it in Triton. What the fuck? And here we go. Finishing the tease. Taken from Osamu Tezuka by Skullduggery Behind the Scenes. Both Triton and Wansakun may have been birthed by the Astro Boy creator, but they were reared by other hands. No change to that. Alright. Cool, cool. Try Zenon. Hope you're doing fine. Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah, I'm alright. It's just more like, you know, I'm urgent to get stuff done. And then when the stuff gets done, I'm just like, oh. Thankfully, I was really fortunate that I was going to go to work today. And I did. I went to work. Sorry, yeah. How's that? Better? It's just weird because it's obviously a new mix, so I'm not used to levels and stuff. Alright. I went to work today, and nobody had signed up for the thing that we were doing. So like maybe 40 minutes in, she was like, you can go if you want. And I was like, actually, that'd be very useful because I have stuff to do. So I was able to come back home and edit digest, which took a little while. And now I'm able to, yeah. So I got stuff, I got stuff. Yeah, the thing with the volumes is just like, I just hope that you can still hear it. Because otherwise it's like, you know, the fuck's the point? But that's fair. This is Try Zenon from 2000. It is in the first edition, actually. They say this is too ambitious. Conceived as a multimedia project, its publicity claims that Trizenon will simultaneously encompass manga, anime, and novels, with each freestanding enough to be enjoyed independently, but together forming a complex interweaving story. A man's reach should exceed his grasp, but this may be rather too ambitious for the creator and team that gave us Slayers. I'm gonna say dismissive on that. Rather too ambitious for the creator and team of Slayers. What's going on, Bob? Bruh, Slayer's shade, Al. Yeah, it seems like it a little bit. Alright. We just started. And we're making it to the end of T. It's about 44 entries total. Greetings, His Majesty Sir Proc. 1999, Trouble Chocolate is in the first edition. That was weird. It feels like the synopsis just kind of cuts off. Let me read and this synopsis actually sounds kind of interesting. But it's just like, it doesn't feel complete. Timid teenager. Trouble Chocolate sounds like a Taco Bell review. Timid teenager Kakao, a student at the Micro Grand Academy, spends more time lusting after gorgeous green-haired Hinano next door than studying, even though the classes on offer include magic. His magic professor, Professor Garner, reveals that since he's over 120 years old, it's time for him to stop goofing around and move on to the next stage of his magical education. As Kakao slowly starts to regain his memory, he recalls that not only has he already achieved his ends with Hinano, but she also isn't quite as human as she seems. Most males forget how old they are at some point, but very few forget who they've slept with. So Kakao isn't the brightest apple in the barrel, and his continuing progress may be problematic. And that's it. Like, okay. Interesting. And there's the cover for it. Not much of a looker. It's okay. It looks okay. And it is an original TV series from Tsuneo Tominaga. Omoshiroi. Gotta say. I am interested in that. I know some people who would simp for Trouble Chocolate. Trouble Evocation. 1997. Which is not showing up here. Well, that's weird. Yeah, there's no Japanese name. Okay, let's go to back, I guess, and find it. I mean, that's not going to show up like that, so... Let's look... Oh, it's a pink pineapple. It's a porn. Yeah. Let's see if the director shows up. Masakazu. The last name is Amiya. Last name, Amiya. It's a couple. Masakazu. Masakazu Amiya. It's in three places. 117, 137. Oh, there it is. Evocation. And then they moved it to Trouble Evocation. I must have put that somewhere, but I just didn't highlight it for some reason. Let's just find out. Yep, they moved it. Yeah, I have that written down. Okay, cool. No change. All right. Troubled times. 1991. Okay, not much to that one. No change either. True Blue. This song is so dramatic. It's incredible. I feel like every time they played this track, it was like the biggest shit ever. It was like, oh my god. No. Nasty little anime. Yeah, I agree. Yuck. Because, you know, it's a porn, of course. Holy shit. And then they're probably not wrong, but like, they actually called it based on a R-word game. R-A-P-E. Not porn game. Game. Grape game. Oh my gosh. This is based on a grape game. Again, I don't think I'm wrong, but like... Those are very common. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Ugh. Wonder why they chose that one to call it out explicitly. Because it is. They described the summary, and then it's like, oh yeah, yeah. Seems like Big calling Grand Theft Auto a murder simulator. Right. Right. I don't know if it's something to be too surprised over. I don't question their inclusion of that tag. I'm not surprised at their inclusion. It's more like there have been several, like a lot of titles that they've been describing that have grape in them, and they don't call them grape. They don't call them grape games. You know, I think this is the first time. I'm just gonna Control F that. It's in fact the only time they've called it that. In the entire book, that is the only time they've said this two words together. Given it's probably 200th or so time they encounter one. Yeah, I did. Yeah, when I just did that, yeah. One and only time they've done that. So that is, it's accurate. It is accurate, but it's like, gives me pause about just like, huh. Anyway, kind of a longer article because there's like multiple installments and I read all of it. But they gave their opinion on it. It's whatever. Love story. What is it with T having just the most curt, ridiculously short articles of all time? This is the article. True love story. I can literally just put it right here. Another story set in a high school where a bevy of cute girls covering all the teenage wish fulfillment stereotypes surround one ordinary teenage boy. Are you kidding me? No names? No anything? It's at least based on a game. You couldn't even say that? You couldn't even say this was based on anything? In fact, the game is what's listed here. I don't even see the OVA being... Okay, there's the opening theme of the OVA. Okay. Yeah, so it is based on a... It's mainly a game series. I really only see one girl, like, on the main cover and everything, but obviously you can have multiple girls, obviously, but, like... Well, there you go. Okay. I don't know. It's like, you're not giving him any attention at all. They're like, I don't give a fuck. You know? Like, damn. Sad moment. Could be a lot of reasons, them being tired of watching them pretending to be tired. Or an inside joke between the writers that came about. This is the lazy articles referring... Oh, yeah. Wow. You got another category of anime they did a disservice to. That's kind of... I mean, that's kind of what I'm going to be referring to with, like, the short versus long ones. Just talking about, like, they're conscious of making a printed book, and the decision of like, oh, we're gonna spend this much time on this article, on this title, and this much amount of time on this title, right? And then my point would be like, why are they in here? Just make a curated list at this point, you know? I wait for the entry that will only be, this is an anime. My God, I hope not. Goodness. Same director as show Ichiban, which got a sub recently. Yeah. And I still have that raw downloaded for some reason. Yeah. Wow. Well, there you go. Annoying. I have to put that down, yeah. Pathetic. What's there to say? The text isn't worth the paper it's printed on. Yeah. Hi, yay. Thank you, Dolly. Good to see you. Nice to get to hype. True tears. It's like, that's all you can say about it. you know... And it's nothing new for them either. They've done this before. So, just gonna let that exist and move on. I wish someone would write a good book about this kind of stuff. Joe, you know, that's a great idea. And it's so cool seeing you on stream. Hello. You're also not updating your numbers. No, this, like, out of 50 thing, it's because, like, you know, we're going to stop once we finish T. The goal is to finish T tonight because there's 44 entries left. It's supposed to be Friday. It wasn't. So the goal is just so we're going to finish the T section. So it doesn't really matter the number, or, you know, it's kind of like whatever to me. But you can keep track if you want. I don't know. But yeah, Joe, I agree. Um, Making a cool book about this sort of thing. It's a good idea. Um, but Joe, you just came in. Actually, I was about to move on to True Tears, but there's this article that they just put it like This is one of the examples that I'm not a example. I don't know. There's a lot of different things you could say about this book. I know you're not a regular to these streams, but look at this article here. This is about True Love Story. Another story set in a high school where a bevy of cute girls covering all the teenage wish fulfillment stereotypes surround one ordinary teenage boy. That's literally it. That is all they say about this title. Like, are you kidding me? Why is it in here? We have nothing. I'm not looking for their opinion. I am not informed about this title at all. I don't know who the characters are. I don't know where it comes from. Like, you give me like the blurb of the people who directed it, I guess, which Hayden made a good point. This is the same director as Showa Aosorushi Akane Ichiban, which is this other title. But like, they could have just put harem. Yeah, like there's no information about this. There's no idea of what the premise or anything is, right? Like, are you kidding? What's the point? It's just not informative in that point. And it's like, yeah, sure, okay, true, like this VN, who cares, right? But like, I feel like all anime deserves some modicum of respect, especially if you're gonna put them in a book like this. I enjoyed stealing all of your ideas about it. You know as well as I that we intentionally avoided each other's videos, and you apparently didn't watch mine. Maybe that's why it took a little longer. Because I was like, I finished my video, Joe, and you're like, I'm not gonna watch it. But in reality, no, very little overlap. Oh damn it, boiled water for tea. Forgot about it. Nice. Like, yeah, the blurb is as long as the article. Yeah. Also, it's reductive. It's like boiling down Dragon Ball to a group of demigods punch each other. No, Joe, they literally did that. There is one sentence. There's several articles that are one sentence long, but there is literally an article like that we read. Oh my god. I have to find it. Taito Road. Is it? Do they have it as Taito Road? Hold on. Yeah. Look at this. In a lackluster picaresque that tries to cash in on the successful Street Fighter II franchise, a young man sets out to fight lots of people. Like, that's it. That's it. Like, what the fuck? It's unbelievable. And there's very little about that one too. That title too. I need to make sure I put like Taito Road in this bracket so I can look it up easier. Oh yeah. Yeah, a young man sets out on a journey to fight lots of people. Yeah. Imagine there was an encyclopedia book on action movies and you had them all summarize another movie with guns. Like, yeah. Very useful, thanks. Very, very informative, thank you. High school love stories have so much nuance. I might be writing something about all of them. Yeah, that's what we've been saying, right? It's like, it's one thing to feel fatigue. Yeah, for 1 minute, they just had another article that was like a short one. That was just like incredibly like, are you kidding me? Like, this is it. Another story set in a high school where a bevy of cute girls covering all the teenage wish fulfillment stereotypes show one ordinary teenage boy. Like, that's it. Crazy. There's not even enough substance to make a TikTok short out of it. No. I think TikToks have a minimum time length, right? Like, 10 seconds? That's an eternity for some of these articles. Unreal. Even if you included clips. Right. But then even the clips would be more useful because then at least you know what it looks like. The fact that this book doesn't have almost any pictures, out of makes sense. I understand why they didn't have pictures, but like, man, But yeah, like there is so much nuance about these titles. There's like subtle differences, and maybe they're not executed well, or they don't do anything with their concept. I just finished a manga that like really pissed away a lot of its ideas, but like that that's separate. Like execution is a whole other thing than giving the premise. Like here's the pitch. You know, that's way a separate issue or a task than to explain that it sucks, which apparently they take it upon themselves to do. But you can be way more informative about that, while also you can still give your take on it, being like, I didn't think it was as good as these other movies. Bob's recent 60s anime movies video is a great example where it's structured as in a tier list, and he's giving it a ranking at the end, but he's talking about them in a very constructive, informative way that you understand what this title is trying to do, and not just what he thinks of it. You can have both. Sniper Wolf live reaction turned into an article. Oh, hell no! Gotta imagine that most of these have an audience of people who would like it. Yeah, maybe. Even the R-Hent. Oh, yeah. Doesn't work at all. Yeah, that's why I like cartoon research articles. Nice. Anyway, yeah, we've ranted enough. Let's move on to true tiers. And this is the... yeah. Alright. Just joke, look the game up. Apparently it sold well here. Here in the US? No shit. True tiers. Or did you talk about true tiers this particular game? I don't know. Whatever. 2008. The beautiful settings are the most interesting thing about this sentimentality by numbers high school romance. A visual novel of the same name appeared in 2006. You could have just said it was based on it because the anime came out in 2008. But the story and characters were entirely different, and the creative team is unconnected with the anime. Really? So it's not based on one. I stand corrected. That is very strange. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, okay. So the link so every article, as many of you probably know, when you click the article, they often bring you to a Wikipedia page or some other thing. They never bring you to ANN, and they never bring you to Mal or one of these other sites. It's always something else. And so this one brings you right to the game that has apparently have nothing to do with the anime. That's weird, but they might be onto something where the anime TV series seems to be entirely separate. I mean, make like the cover here versus they do seem like different character designs. They do seem like completely different things. It is just weird that they linked us to the game thing and not to the anime itself. That is interesting. Okay. Okay. Jerry Becker's a legend. Oh, hell yeah. Seems to be a Ninku situation. Same premise, different execution. Oh, yeah? Even with it looked like different characters, too, which is a lot more than Ninku, at least. Yeah, Discotech was involved with it, apparently. That's pretty neat. All right, we're moving.
TV like cable with YouTube TV. Try
Shut up.
Terms apply.
Shut up, ad. Please shut up. Another ad. I shouldn't have told it to shut up. Okay. There we go. And maybe it might get too loud. I apologize. Okay. But I will say they do give a mixed opinion about it. No, this first track is from Pat Labor 2. I don't know if it's the same composer. I don't know if Kenji Kawai. I'm pretty sure Kenji Kawai did Pat Labor 2. I don't know if he did Silent Hill. Trusty Ginjiro. 1991. They did sort of pull the same thing on this one. After the death of his elder brother, Ginjiro Yamazaki appoints himself his partner's protector. Transferred to a new school, he gets into a lot of fights, as one might expect in an anime from My Sky creator Hiroshi Motomiya, this one based on a 1975 manga originally serialized in Jump. Oh, Dolly, yeah, this Cold Steel mix. This is the one I use for every time, for the recent couple of letters. Every time we're close to finishing a letter, I use this collection. Wow, reminds me of the PlayStation 2 startup music. Yeah. Maybe his son. All right, whatever. No change in that one either. Tsubasa Chronicle. I don't have much attachment to this one, but I think maybe some of you know this one, so it's a clamp. So let's read it out loud. I went on a mal and they pulled the synopsis from the Encyclopedia, but the way they took the synopsis just made it sound like the Taito Fighters one. Yeah. After the death of his elder brother, he gets into a lot of fights. Nice. Tsubasa Chronicle from 2005. Wannabe archaeologist Sioren is dragged in an unexpected career direction when his childhood friend Sakura the Clo Princess loses her memory. Okay. This does sound familiar. I knew they had a connection. I didn't think it was that explicit. This and Cardcaptor Sakura? I didn't know it was down to the names. No Clamp hates the TV anime for this. Siren is advised by a witch that he must recover the scattered pieces of Sakura's memory from a number of points in space and time. A quest tinged with tragedy, since if he succeeds, she will still not know who he is. Memory loss might be an apt subject to bring up for the Clamp collective of creators as well, who, in imitation of the eternal self-referential recycling of Leiji Matsumoto, have simply dumped characters from some of their earlier works into a vaguely defined quest narrative. So it is that we have two characters from Cardcaptors joining forces with a number of elements and creatures from Ray Earth to chase after a new MacGuffin. I don't necessarily know if it was memory loss. That seems very intentional. That's kind of rude of them to assume. Or maybe it's a joke. I don't know. I can't tell. As is in the case of the original manga, also created by Clamp, there are also frequent crossovers with Exholic, most notably in the case of the Tsubasa Chronicles movie spin-off from 2005, which was shown in a double bill with the Exholic movie, A Midsummer Night's Dream. The quest continues in much the same vein in the three-part Tsubasa Tokyo Revelations, as Sioren and his beloved Princess Sakura continue to wander various worlds with friends and foes from the rest of the Clamp universe. It looks very pretty, but has little else to interest anyone not already heavily invested in the creator's self-referential world. It's a sequel, so no shit? This is like being like, people won't like season 2 if they haven't seen season 1. Like, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if they will. So? I don't know. Lacking much in the way. Maybe they're talking about the series in general. It looks very pretty, but has little else to interest anyone not already heavily invested in the creator's self-referential world, lacking much in the way of character development or story variation from previous outings. No, they're referring to just the OVA. A sequel of sorts, or at least a further adventures with the same characters, appeared in 2009. In the two-part Tsubasa Spring Thunder, our heroes escape a world trying to keep them in, but leave Sakura trapped in a dream world. Saorin goes to save her, but his clone also shows up, and pretty magical battles follow without resolving anything much. Makes X the movie look like a model of narrative drive and clarity. Okay. Tsubasa is just Clamp MCU. In fact, did they like True Tears? They were indifferent towards it. They thought the beautiful settings are the most interesting thing about this sentimentality by numbers high school romance. No, so not quite. They are technically sort of different, though. It's weird. Tezuka did that before Leiji, but okay. Not exactly. Tezuka uses a star system, and I'm pretty sure Leiji is using something different. And I don't quite... maybe Clamp is kind of doing a similar thing? Maybe? I don't know. I haven't really read it, to be honest with you. That's not a bad theory. That's not a bad catch, though. That it could just be a star system. They don't understand crossovers. The giant crossover theme goes back to the 30s monster movies. Tsubasa is one of the most popular titles. Also, it's not a sequel, it just has the characters from the other series. Oh, okay. Clint prefers the OVA version. Other people really hate X the movie. Also, Lupin and Sherlock Holmes. Ah, I see. Okay, so... kind of have a mixture of opinions about this series. I don't think this is very respectful of them to be like, oh, big memory loss. That's 10. Thank you, Kinoko. Kobato also has characters from Angelic Layer and Chobits and stuff. So they reference previous works in their own series all the time. Tsubasa was alright, not a complete adaptation, but I enjoyed what I watched and didn't feel like I was left hanging. Unless I was, I forgot. Now the network kept fighting with Clamp to remove the darker elements of the manga from the anime. Yeah, they definitely give their opinion on the OVA. It looks very pretty, but has little else to do. Little else to interest anyone not already heavily invested. Lacking Karadev or story variation. What's story variation? Oh, story variation from previous outings. And I'd say that the movie is makes X the movie look like a model of narrative drive and clarity. Tsuritama! Apparently B-Train was crunched hard to get this thing out on time. Oh, wow. What the fuck? That's so unfair. That sounded like a completely original, interesting premise. What do they mean? Haphazardly mixing science fiction with comedy, Tsuritama sometimes reeks of desperation, as if a production committee decided to tick every available box in their original pitch. There have been shows about fishing. There have been shows about aliens. We're not sure if the world really needed a show about aliens learning how to fish, but that's what's pushing the envelope gets you. Jesus Christ! The hell's the problem? Like, are they getting filtered by Kenji Nakamura show? I guess so. Oh my god. It's really cute. You should say, Weird Proc. Look at the art style. Same character designer. The character designer is it's a particular guy. Hold on. List me the character design. Fucking hell. Yeah, look at it. It looks pretty neat to boot. And it's got a kind of a unique premise. A motherfucking character designer. Where you at? Where you at? Yeah. Yeah. I could control F this, but I don't care. There he is. Yuki Takahashi, character designer. Digimon Adventure Try, in particular, is the thing I'm thinking of, I believe. Macros F, Macros Frontier. He was a big director and a whole bunch of shit for this series. Sikiran Graffiti looks pretty cute. It's a music video, 3-minute music video. Gachemon Crowds. Comet Lucifer. Rip. Fully Cooley Alternative. Rip. Hoshii no Sora, which don't quite look like his designs, honestly, but they're pretty adapted pretty well, actually. Yeah, I can kind of see it now. Yeah, I can kind of see it now. He just did Vivi a couple years ago, and he did Blue Giant on the movie Blue Giant, and he's like, character design on one. Oh my god! Suddenly getting work! Let's go. I don't know, it was just really exciting. Suit Time was great, one of the early A1 Picture shows back when they made cool shit. Mm-hmm. They need to go watch live action dramas. It's also a light novel adaptation, so it's not like they made some anime only for desperation and profits. They complain about this, but go nuts over Toriko? No, I wouldn't say nuts. They complimented it, okay? They're like, do not accuse me. Imagine being the author and reading the assessment, that assessment. Yeah, it's like, well, sorry you didn't like it, I guess. Look me. I think the DVD recently went out of print. There's no way to legally watch the series. Yeah. Yeah, I knew about that. Oh, you didn't know about the Mononoke movie, Hayden? Yeah, the trailer's out for that, too. Side rant. Alternative would have been better if it had nothing to do with Fully Cooley. Yeah, fair. But then, wait a minute, he didn't do Digimon Adventure Try. Who the hell was I thinking of then? The fuck? That's weird. Oh well. That's annoying. Yeah, I'm just gonna say negative. I feel it's negative. I knew about the movie, but didn't know he did designs. Yeah, no, me neither. That's crazy. All right. The ugly Princess Tsuru makes life hell for everyone in the samurai-era Hagemasu Castle. This gag anime was based on the manga by Margaret Magazine by Yoshiko Tsuchida. 67 episodes. Half-length. Oh, it's not even 67, actually. Apparently it's 49. And they're full-length episodes, not 17-minute episodes like the book took you. That's nice. Not that he full, you know, I have to trust Mal or something, but like, I don't know. With how many other provable mistakes they've made, I'm not surprised. But yeah, another needlessly short article. No change, obviously. Tsuru Pika Hagemaru-kun. Wait, so you recently did Tsukihime? The one that fake fans are in denial over? I'm not sure what you mean. I recently... Oh, Tsukihime. I don't know if they... Wait a minute. They have Lunar Legend Tsukihime from 2003. Let me see if it's the one that's based on Type Moon. Yeah, no, I read that back in L. They complain about the pacing. Unfortunately, the atmospheric design and well-created undercurrent of tension can't hide the erratic pacing. Rampo had been quite a hidden gem for me, now one of my faves. There are 2 Tsukihime adaptations. Oh, sorry, it's Shingetsu net Tsutan Tsukihime, so you probably passed it. Yeah, that's it. Shingetsu Tan Tsukihime, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Alright. Hagemaru-kun, 1988.
By the time you're finished listening
Okay.
to this Pepsi Zero Sugar, you'll be
Another
15
very
seconds closer to
ridiculously
kickoff.
small article.
Stock up now because game day is so close you can almost taste it. Football watching.
Yeah.
Better with Pepsi.
Okay. No change. ...2006. Sunao starts a new school and finds there's no theater club. She decides to start one, but for some reason the class president is blocking her efforts. And then her childhood friend Leo turns up and romance starts to blossom. Now, that premise is pretty distinctive, I'd say. Not like the most unique thing, whatever, but it's certainly something I haven't heard before. Just necessarily, right? Maybe a little shade of Clannad, I guess, but not really. And then they say this paragraph, then they say like these 2 sentences that makes it sound like a completely different show. This pervy slice of life school comedy packed with fan service is not especially distinguished in any way. That's so weird. It's so bizarre to me. And they do say it's based on a game, based on a visual novel, based on a game by Candysoft. Yeah, and I don't feel like, even just looking at this, it doesn't feel like the same... It doesn't feel like the same title anyway. It feels more like like why when there's like 4 girls, that's like the main group or whatever, you know? It's like, wait, what? Why weren't they in the premise? You know, why didn't you write them into what the thing's about? Also by the guy who did Majikoi, Akame ga Kill, and Yuki Yuna. Really? Wow. Seokiss goated. Yeah, there's really little to go on honestly, and obviously because, not even because of the, I think it is a short article. I think it does constitute as a short article, probably. Let's see. I have to count the number of lines. It definitely is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it counts as a short article. And I had very little understanding of, I didn't get much of that one. It's too bad. Sorry. Okay. Moving on. TV Asahi. Often abbreviated in Japanese broadcast listings as EX, this channel began life in 1957 as NET. I don't know why I'm reading this out loud. Okay. TV Tokyo. Is a little breaking my brain here. Just a tad. Just a little chronological mix up here, or just like it breaks my brain a little bit. The channel's biggest anime successes are arguably Pokemon and Naruto, although it was the home of many modern favorites, including Evangelion and Cowboy Bebop. It just breaks my brain a little bit to when they're like, oh, their biggest anime successes are arguably Pokemon 1997 and still running today, and Naruto 2002. But it's also the home of many modern favorites, like 1995's Evangelion or 1998's Cowboy Bebop. Just short circuits my brain a tad. Just a smidge. Enough to mention it here. Biggest successes are arguably Pokemon and Naruto, although it was also home of many modern favorites, including Evangelion and Cowboy Bebop. Wouldn't be surprised if Evangelion made more money than Naruto. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by that either. It's a pretty significant deal that Evangelion grossed over $1 billion. And like, as big as Naruto is, $1 billion? I don't know. Perhaps? TV Tokyo, the network, they should mention their hawk-like approach to YouTube videos and their fair use. I'm sure they don't care. I'm sure they're like, good. Not to assume, I guess. The Naruto definitely made more money over here. Wasn't Sergeant Frank on TV Tokyo? Oh, maybe. A lot of things are on TV Tokyo. Okay. Let's see. Twid Express Rolling Takeoff. 1987. The premise sounds kind of fun. They don't really say any, they don't give any take or opinion or info on it besides the premise, but space cargo workers Ken Kato, Duke Stern, and Ivan Cernikov run the Tiger Wolf Dragon Express service, but they land themselves in big trouble when they rescue the beautiful android Rena. She is being pursued by the evil Baron Godam, who wants her so he can seize control of the super powerful Hydra. It's based on a manga, and it's a 55-minute video. Didn't Bebop only air like 10 episodes on Tokyo, then move to some cable network? Oh, I don't know. Maybe. The others don't like anime YouTubers? They are more... It's not that they don't expressly dislike anime YouTubers, but they are far more stringent about copyright, and you know, I don't know how they feel about YouTubers just kind of flagrantly using footage. I haven't got any express, and that's just my presumption given how stringent they've had to been being in the industry for so long, and you know, making their own creative works and being restricted they know how the image is used as a cudgel, like the anime brand, like the visual is used as a cudgel to kind of, for anime companies to kind of bully into making things the way they want them to. So like I'm making a presumption based on their character that, like, I don't know if they're the biggest fans of YouTubers who are specifically like using anime clips in a fair use way, but maybe they're cool with it. I don't know. Either way, I don't necessarily think that they would like be like, oh, they strike a bunch of YouTubers. I think they'd be like, yeah, no shit. And they have every right to, is how I picture them kind of reacting to that, personally. But maybe that's a complex... I mean, I'm wrong. Tweeny witches. That's an interesting premise, actually. And I don't exactly know how much of it is, like, from episode 1. But, like, the concept of, the witches do something and, a curse is put on them type of deal until they undo the thing that they did. I won't go into further detail of what specifically that is in case. Like, I'm not gonna write down that they put spoilers because it doesn't. I don't know. I really don't know. They should have used Sergeant Frog as a modern success at the time. They were saying not modern successes. They were saying modern favorites. Modern favorites include Evangelion and Bebop. 12 Kingdoms.
Purina 1. We switched and...
Shut up! Unskippable ad. That reminds me, let's check on my upload. Video processing's taking longer than expected. Oh. Great, thanks. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. They got a lot to say about 12 Kingdoms. It's a big article for them. Plays like a new version of Escaflowne or Fushigi Yugi. We have, of course, a Japanese girl transported to an otherworldly kingdom. The early episodes coincidentally based on the book's Sea's Darkness, Moon's Shadow. Whereas anime hair colors are often wholly random and unrealistic, the script soon calls attention to Yoko's when her parents urge her to dye it black in order to fit in. A brown-red deviation from the normal black is what happens when you try to bleach Japanese hair, and is often used in fiction to suggest a girl is something of a wild child. This has led, ironically, to Japanese girls who genuinely do not have standard-issue black hair being forced to dye their hair black in the manner to which Yoko's parents are alluding. Yoko, it is alleged, is one of the latter, a straight-A student who has been voted class president but who is being led away from her previous childish things by the allegorical temptations of the 12 Kingdoms. They're going into other arcs. They're describing later arcs. Also elements of the Lost Children of Haibane Renmei. Yeah, they're talking about a lot of later detail. I would say this is spoilers. Explicitly later arcs. It's noting that the stories have been shuffled and rearranged for this anime version. Although originally planned as a 68-episode series, the 12 Kingdoms currently grinds to a halt at episode 45, with some plot elements left unresolved. An unfortunate fate for an anime that has gained a large and appreciative following for its literally novelistic density and complex relationships. I wouldn't say they necessarily give their opinion about it. They kind of give they kind of give more enriched characterization of the situation, the real situation, but not like their take or their opinion about it necessarily. 12 Kingdoms continuation when? Oh. I hear it's incredible. Yeah, I'm not necessarily worried about it because of it being an incomplete, because, you know, Berserk's incomplete. Anime-wise, the manga's still going. Looking forward to the new chapter this month. It always pisses me off if I hear of some of the regulations in Japanese schools. Mm-hmm. They're describing different arcs. Have they ever broken anything down like that? Only when they are separate seasons, right? Yeah, it is rare. I can't think of a particular other. I feel like they've done that. Gween Saga, I think they went into pretty significant detail, like this. I think this reminds me of the Gween Saga article, but no, I don't really necessarily think so. It's certainly long, and I can make a note of that. Like they're literally breaking down different arcs, you know, which is good information. It's nice to know. It's a good article. I would say it's good actually. For that. Adaptation situation. What's the adaptation situation? I like calling it that. 12 months from 1980. Okay. This short story based on a Soviet story. 65-minute by Toei. All they do is describe it. And they also mention featuring powerful orchestrations from Leningrad Symphony Orchestra. 20. Thank you. 24 eyes. 1980. Oh. Hideaki Anno would pay homage to this series in Gunbuster, with a scene in which a teacher bids farewell to a class, including the daughter of her former classmate. Alright, cool. I think that was a good article as well. No opinion. Informative. Interesting. Gunbuster. Parallel. Yeah. Cool. 21 Amon, welcome to space. 1981. Okay. All right. How much for that one? Twilight of the Cockroaches. Should have reminded I haven't seen Gunbuster yet. Really, Dolly? You got a good one waiting for you. 1987. Oh, that sounds like the entire plot of the movie. It sounds like they described the entire plot. No Amon 21 Amon series from 1991? That no, I guess. No. Not sure. A bug's death, if you will. A fascinating and unexpectedly entertaining experiment. Positive. Let me check the third edition. I might be misremembering, but Twilight was Streamline Pictures' first or second theatrical release. That sounds right. Hi, Shabes. Hello, Mia. Oh, they do add something now. A fascinating and unexpectedly entertaining experiment. これは実験だ. Added. Comparable in some regards with the US movie Joe's Apartment, which also featured a single guy who shared his apartment with roaches. Added connection to Joe's apartment. Twilight of the Dark Masters. Master. 1997. It is not in where it should be in the first. No, it is. It's right there. I'm a dummy. Predictable sci-fi gore fest. Dismissive. I'll read the third edition. No mention of Shimbo. Thank you for actually bringing it up, because I wouldn't have noticed otherwise. Because they sure don't bring it up. Predictable sci-fi gore fest. Twilight Q. Wow, it's not an amazing movie, but it's pretty fun. Good soundtrack, amazing visuals from what I remember. Yeah. 46 minutes. That does look certainly interesting. Damn. Twilight Q. 1987. This unsettling, paradoxical tale is seemingly without meaning, a bizarre entry in the girls' anime catalog. The magic of the transformation sequence is unforgettable, but there's little that could be described as action. Made by the crew of Patlabor. So Headgear? Is it by Headgear? Maybe. It kind of seems like it, yeah. This modern update preferred to take over your reality and disable the stop button, whereas its predecessor threatened to apart your soul and going into the mystery zone. This modern update preferred to take over your reality and disable the stop button. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let me see the 3rd edition. I did a video on Dark Master when I was machine gunning them. It'd be funny if they talk about this like Oshi made it and some other guy. Yeah. No, they're like the crew of Pat Labor made it. Okay. I will say mixed on this. Twilight Q. Unsettling, paradoxical tale is seemingly without meaning. Transformation sequence unforgettable, but little could be described as action. What does that mean? I don't know. Whatever. No change, really. Twin, 1989. Okay. Motorcycle Racer series, video. Okay. Twin Angel. 2008. Sweet and otherwise undistinguished magical girl show that has been streamed online. Okay. They're talking about Twin Angel Twinkle Paradise. Sweet and otherwise undistinguished magical girl show. Yeah. Twin B Paradise. 1999. Right here. The series was preceded by a 1994 episode 0, which must have made for one of the slowest anime productions in history. Because there was like there was an episode 0, and then 5 years later was the series. Okay. Twin Dolls. Did they mention it's a Patch-a-Slot tie-in? Yes. So Twin Angel, they say this anime based the one with the red and blue angel. This anime based on the pachinko game of the same name is completely unrelated to the porn anime entitled Twin Angels or Twin Dolls. In 2011, it became a TV series from an entirely new crew. Twinkle Paradise is a sweet and otherwise undistinguished magical girl show. Alright. Twin Dolls, 1994. How what- how would I feel if the back of the box started with this? Like, what are you talking about? Just start with the fucking synopsis. This is such a weird, not a big deal, but it just caught me off guard. I'm like, oh my god. Like, maybe my patience is thin. The one thing you can be pretty sure of in anime is that people who look like ordinary high school girls rarely are. Huh? Strange. Just start the article with that, before you even describe what this is. The one thing you can be pretty sure of in anime is that people who look like ordinary high school girls rarely are. No mention of Twin Bee is based on the video game series? I guess not. Twin Bee Paradise? It says it's fresh from the video game that spawned them. So that's about it. Yeah, okay, boomer. So high school girls are monotonous, now they're mysterious. I'm like, where's this coming from? Mai and I are professional demon hunters. I don't know why I'm reading it out loud. What are they talking? Wait, what's going on?
Commerce platform, you have two choices.
Shut up, ad. Shut up, Spotify. Yeah. I'm waiting for the ad to finish. Yeah. There we go. Fucking, what is this? Dedicated to defending mankind. And in particular, high school girl kind. What's this? What are they talking about? Oh, I looked it up. No, there's not been too much craziness, Full Wind Man. This was Studio Arms before Elfen Lied. Commerce platform, you have two choices. What? Okay, where we... Hello, Annaliso. Good to see you. From the demons of the pleasure underworld. Ah! For once, tentacles aren't used as penis substitutes. Instead, the crew animates optimistic renditions of the real thing. This is a word I've never heard. Meretricious? Meretricious? Apparently attractive, but having no real value. That's a new word. Meretricious. Another dementia article? I'm quoting the ad. Oh, okay, sorry. The Orb of Orgasm. Ew. Oh. An unpleasant exercise in taking money for old rope. For reasons we've never been quite able to fathom, the franchise not only changed its Japanese title to Twin Angels, but also gained itself a new US distributor. Adds staggering naivete to its other offenses. they really complaining about the believability of a porn? Are they really complaining about, like, this isn't realistic? Come on! Like, what hormone... Like, it adds staggering naivete to its other offenses. What hormonally normal male offered the career choices of ordinary human or demon king with ultimate power is going to be persuaded into the path of righteousness by two 19-year-old bimbos who couldn't even find sensible underwear? Oh, dude, I don't fucking know. What are you What are you talking about? It is difficult, however, to completely write off any show that has immortal dialogue like commence creation of an evil sex barrier. I mean, they're mixed about it, I guess, because they're like, oh, we can't completely hate it. Really? Oh, God. Unpleasant exercise in taking money for old rope. Difficult, however, to completely write off any show with immortal dialogue and X scene. I'm not going to read it out loud, but I will show you. We can't. It's hard to completely write off any show that has immortal dialogue like this and a scene featuring. I guess it's not the worst thing, but like, yeah, great. This is the most okay boomer article yet. They're real stingy and pedantic on eroticism because it's an ideal they'll never achieve. Come on, William. So come on. The aversion to smut has made their hentai reviews the most valuable to me out of the whole series so far. Oh yeah. It's weird. I don't think they necessarily have an aversion to smut. They just seem to have like astronomical standards. If he's hormonal, would he be more likely to listen to the bimbos? Pretty sure we're sarcastic. I would love to see how these guys try to analyze Overfiend. They would act like it's so deep. I mean, we did read their article on Overfiend. Yeah, I know worse. Much, much worse. I wish I never saw. Yeah. But these guys watch it. These guys actually went out and watched all of it. Isn't that crazy? Because it was licensed over here. I'm like, oh, it's accessible, so we can watch it. Let's describe it. Like, God. Nah, they're reverse. There's no 10 out of 10 empty to tissue box on this one. That's true. That's true. They don't have the enthusiasm like Harfigan. Okay. Twin elf princesses. Ah, I love this track. Sorry if I'm gonna blast this a little bit. But the only H anime I watch is those with famous names attached. You don't have to have astronomical standards to think most H anime looks bad. That's fair. That's fair. Nothing wrong with having standards. I would rather somebody take an actual stance instead of trying to help you're treating it as a joke. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I understand that. I'm not like clowning them for having standards necessarily. Or maybe I guess I am. Because I am one of those people that take that stance of like, it's all bad. But I don't think I'm as weirded out by it as you, but it's pretty okay with. Yeah. Based on a porn game by Loon, so fill in the rest yourself. Fill in the rest myself? Humans and elves live side by side, but elves rule the world because of their intelligence and maturity. The humans rebel, and a marriage of convenience is proposed to stop the war. Ursula is selected as the bride, but she and her twin sister William, who is also her guard, are kidnapped by monsters under the control of half-human, half-elf Garsh. Based on a porn game by Loon, so fill in the rest yourself. Yeah, sorry, I just like blasting this particular track. Thing is, I don't think they aren't taking it as a joke. It's just an incredibly mean-spirited one. This is a Valhalla track? No, it's from Patlabor 2. The theme of Patlabor 2. Okay. Whatever. It's for porn. I get where they're coming from. Whatever. I'm not going to complain about it. That's 30. Thank you, Kinoko. Fill in the rest yourself. Exactly what I'm talking about, writing off porn. Right, yeah. I guess I'll write it down in that case then. Based on a porn game by so fill in the rest yourself. Damn, so that's where the Venezuelans got their influence for Robo Police. Yeah. 2004, Twin Love. Wait, what? Twin Elf Princess comes up as Elf no Fute. Yep, that is what they're referring to. That's the thing in Japanese for this article. So did they watch Futa Princess anime and not mention that it's Futa? That's an incredibly important piece of info to convey. Yeah, or Futago. Yeah, I don't know if they even watched it in that case. Yeah, they're talking about Elf no Futagado Hime. Chicago. Yeah. Interesting. Yep, so now they don't mention it. It's not? What do you mean it's not? What? Yeah, Futago means twins. Right. So is it not? I don't know. Whatever. Unless I assumed that Bob actually looked it up. But whatever. Don't worry, they're gender blind. They totally don't judge it for that. At just every other point to dismiss it. You seem very eager to jump the gun there, Annalisa. I feel like you're quicker to judge them. Oh, I thought it was Fufuda hentai. Totally different connotation. Yeah. I didn't loop this. Twin Love, okay. I remember Futigahima for Twin Prisons. So if it's Fudanari, then that's a funny wordplay. That would be funny. That would be funny. Oh, Futakoi. Yes, it is yet another Geek Gets Girl show, this time based originally on a magazine story and illustrations by Hina Futaba and Mutsumi Sasaki. Another instance of this. Yet another. Yet another. Twin Love. Yet another Geek Gets Girl show. Oh damn, I see what you mean now with this title. Fuda just means two, so I'd have to look up the literal meaning. I think it's related to the whole new half term later. Okay, twin. Princesses from the mysterious star. Yeah. 2005. Candy-striped take on the magical girl concept. I guess it's a magical girl concept. Is a rainbow-colored journey through the various kingdoms, packed with adventures. Aw, this is cute. There's nothing in Twin Princesses to distress even the smallest of girls. Nice. No judgment. I could tell they felt a lot of their judgment there. Twin princesses from the mysterious star. No judgment. Thorough. Yeah. I think I'm interested in that now. 2005 from Junichi Sato. So he directed this the same time as Arya? Oh, yeah, yeah. Not that I knew that it was Sato, but I recognized this cover. Alright, cute. Very cute. Written by Birthday. That's cute. Cool. Alright. Twin Signal 1995. What a weird premise. Interesting, though. Where is it? AS Signal is the newest, most sophisticated human-formed robot in the Atrandon series, created by Professor Shinosuke Otoi, a brilliant engineer. Signal looks like a cute 16-year-old boy, programmed to be big brother to the professor's grandson, Nobuhiko. Made of the revolutionary material Mira by a secret process, Signal is the constant target of kidnap attempts and other efforts to steal the professor's secrets. But there's one small problem with the process. Whenever Nobuhiko sneezes, Signal transforms from a normal teenage boy into a sweet 3-year-old, super deformed dwarf. Chibi Signal, as he's known in this state, is phenomenally cute and obsessed with eating chocolate, but his powers as a bodyguard are severely compromised. Luckily, lots of pretty boy robots pop up to help Signal out. They are earlier models in the Atrandom series. Signal's older brother and prototype Pulse also lives with the Otoi family, as does Code, a robot bird also made by the same secret techniques, based on the early chapters by Sachi Oshimizu. Okay. Huh. It's not quite the visuals I was picturing. Manga's mostly coming up, but not so much the anime. Oh boy. Well, there's some picture of it. There you go. There's some visual. It's interesting. There's the duology type thing. Okay. That's a lot different than I was expecting from just that synopsis. That certainly piques my interest, though. Never heard of a premise like that, really. Remind me, what was the name of that one really cute OVA you got me to watch? The kawaii potato girls living in the forest, trading ducks and stuff? I don't know if I got you to watch her. There was that one, Bincho-tan. Do you suppose it was Bincho-tan? Oh, I'll put it in the chat for you. Kawaii potato girl living in the forest trading ducks and stuff. Not like I've seen it, though. Yeah, that was it. Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. I didn't know you watched that. That's great. That's definitely going in my video, though. I have like a moment where it's like there was moments where they would bully an anime that I had never heard of, and I would just have like I would just be on the anime side more often than not. And so it's like I read that one off, and I'm like, "Aw, we have no choice but to stand." I should be like Masahiro Sakurai and bottom it up, but I just wanted to give that a little bit. I was watching that last week in a group watch. Really? Wow. Relaxing. Nice. Twinkle Heart. 1986. I can see the end of the T section in the first edition. Three insufferably cute aliens join in to search and finally reach Earth. A comedy, in case you were wondering. Whatever, I'm moving on. Alright. Twins at St. Clair's, 1991. Unfortunately, real English boarding schools were never so exciting. But Japanese audiences didn't care, nor did those across Europe. This does sound like fun. Patricia and Isabel. Oh, let me read the third edition to check. Patricia and Isabel are identical twins whose rich parents decide that their girls should learn the true values of life. They don't feel their expensive, luxurious school is making a very good job of this, so instead they send them to St. Clair's, a much simpler school. At first, the girls resent this, seeing it as a step down the social ladder. Their privileged background doesn't help them adjust to life as members of a community unimpressed by wealth. They are determined to win respect, but because they're completely unused to communal life, they rebel against the rules, going on strike, stealing, and causing all sorts of trouble. Instead of the school's best students, they become its biggest troublemakers. But they eventually settle down, make friends, and learn to value and respect others while having lots of fun. There are midnight feasts, adventures, and all the things people do at boarding school in novels like the 1941 book by Enid Blyton that inspired this series. That just sounds like a fun time. That sounds really good. It's crazy. I think the last 3 entries in a row. Yeah, literally not quite the last in a row. Twinkle Heart was kind of whatever, but very recently, like a lot. No Twinkle Nora Rock Me. No, it's because they put it in Nora. I think Nora is the entry that they put it in, and the sequel was Twinkle Nora Rock Me. They do have an article on that series. There's 2 OVAs. Twinkle Nora Rock Me is the sequel. Let me look at that. That looks really great. Come on, give me a visual. Oh, okay. Wow. That wasn't really what I was expecting, I guess, but that's really cool. It looks like a Masterpiece Theater show almost. Like very naturalistic. The same year as Onisama A. That seems like fun. Not recommended. There's some eyebrow raising. Oh, okay. The last 12 episodes are original and not from the books at all. Interesting. That's interesting. That's the only review. That's from recently. Very recently. I thought it said 2011 at first. I was like, sheesh. Yeah. That's neat. It's World Masterpiece Theater type deal, but it's unsubbed, I think. Oh, really? It's TMS. Is it in the World Masterpiece Theater? Does it count as that series? It would make sense, but I'm wondering. That's cool though. All right. Yeah. Okay. Two down, full base. From 1982. interesting. It's a baseball story, but I guess. But Musuke Shorty Sato is a shortstop for the local junior baseball team, the Eggs. Their baseball team is called the Eggs. Huh. He was asked by his mother to look after some money for her. He foolishly lends it to Tower and Dump, the school bad boys, and must enlist the help of the pitcher's pretty little sister. It's like, oh, okay. And then that's it. They don't say anything else. I watched half of it and really thought it was cute, but wanted to finish but forgot what it was. Egg. Yeah. Sinclair's, yeah. Somebody on AB said they saw it dubbed in German, said it was wholesome. Okay. 2 Facials of Eve. The 2 Facials of Eve. From 2004. Great, it's a porn. There's so much plot. They're describing all of it, and it's like there's so much. It's a 30-minute hentai, and they're spending all these words on it because it was localized here, because it was in English, and they can. Also an instance of anime porn without a conclusion. No explanation is given of her abilities, nor any of the other plot threads tied up. Ugh. Ugh. 2 On the Road, 1992. Wait. Isn't Chalk-Colored People the Hard Cocktail guy? Yeah, Hard Cocktail creator Seizo Watase. 2 on the Road is 2 anthologies of short stories, 13 in all. Nice. I want to watch that. I didn't know there was another one of those. Cool. Oh. I'm definitely never gonna watch it because like, you click on what they were gonna link it to, they bring it to this amoeba site that's like, it can't be, it's gone. Sheesh. Two Takas. The Two Takas, 1984. This is just a small thing, but like, why did they use the mangaka's, like, prominent work as if it was his middle name? Kaoru Area 88 Shintani. Like Katsuhiro Akira Otomo. Like, huh? Akira Dragon Ball Toriyama. Eiichiro One Piece Oda. Masashi Naruto Kishimoto. wait. What on earth? It's weird. It's just weird. Based on Kaoru Area 88 Shintani's 1981 manga. About what? I've never even heard of Area 88. Really? Good one. It's time to learn. That's a very good 3-episode OVA, or 2-episode, depending on what you find. It's a little weird, the title count from my experience, but great OVA. It also has a TV series. They should do that for the light novel authors. Leiji, Galaxy Express 39, Matsumoto. Yeah. Strange. Not all like wrong or something, but like, huh. Okay. How much to it? 2001 Nights from 1987. Actually, they call it a majestic video, so... Whoa, they have a lot more to say about it. They just scrolled over and there's more writing than expected. 2001 Night. Added. Oh, sequel. 2009 sequel. Video release sadly scrimps on the script. Okay, so they were positive about 2009, about 2001. Magnificent video? Majestic video. And then dismissive, or no, it was more, stories, trade, mark, digital animation, sadly scrimps on the script. Despite
With the Wells Fargo
me-
Active Cash credit card, earn unlimited 2% cash back on purchases
Shut
you
up,
want.
ad!
Like
Shut up,
gas
YouTube
lessons.
ad!
Oh, no.
Ah! Monkey is being recommended to me on YouTube. Like to buy or rent. Okay. Almost there. Two's Company. $1998. Very short. That is literally it. The romantic misadventures of an out-of-work manga artist. Based on a manga of working manga artist Kenjiro Kakimoto. Okay, they do sometimes link to ANN apparently. As they did just now. That's nice. This sounds cute. 36 episodes, 10 minutes each. Futari Kurashi. This looks cute. Hey. Some titles that have nothing to do with that, but okay. Interesting. What's Mao got on it? Oof. One not recommended. Only 6 out of 36 episodes. Should I tap it? But it's a dude. It's pretty much Stop Hibari-kun without the cuteness. Huh? An aspiring erotic mangaka named Kenji Aoyama, in order to pay rent for his friend's younger brother, Hikaru Sato, offers to become his roommate. However, it turns out that he, in almost every way, is a girl. They didn't have anything about that. They didn't say anything about that premise. What on earth? They said nothing about. They completely botched that rep. That. Oh, wow. I'm still interested. But like, what the fuck? I'm gonna put in their short one, actually. I just mentioned it in the short. They're like, by doing that, they completely missed the actual premise. By being short, completely missed the core element of its premise. True trans invisibility. Yeah, I certainly couldn't tell. That's 40 just about done. Yeah, we're almost there. I'm literally on like the last that was the second to last first edition entry, and there's probably like one or two more third edition. Why Caribou? Why is Onimai-Sasan purpose cool? Haha. Wataru Yahari or Wasenshu Rakubo and Majigai Teru. Good stream, back to work. Like the streamer, or else the authors will make you watch all the hentai for the next version. Thank you, Bob, so much. Yeah, okay. What the fuck? Ah! Typhoon in the sky. No, sorry. Typhoon in Ise Bay. Issei Bay. Okay. 1989. Last first edition. This self-explanatory true story of a 1959 storm that decimated Western Japan was directed by Kamamiya, who also wrote the original book. It's a 90-minute movie. "90 minutes something." They don't even list it as a video or a movie. They just don't. Okay, another one of these. The way the visuals work, right? It's always just like, oh yeah. Very realistic style and kind of historical fiction-esque. Issei One Taifu Monogatari. Another movie that I almost definitely am not gonna find. Actually, maybe Wait, the Internet Movie Plane Database? Interesting. Yeah, highly doubt we're gonna ever find that, but okay. Oof. My back is in terrible shape. Tyrant falls in love. 2010. Lovely art and two lead characters who are as strong and stubborn as each other make up for the rather cramped plot. Avoid it if you don't like grape fantasies. What? I swear it was like, that sounds fine enough. And what? Pretty sure it's on YouTube. Oh yeah, cool. Good shit. Tetsuhiro is crazy about his hot friend Soichi. Unfortunately, Soichi is straight, homophobic, and a bossy, arrogant person. But Tetsuhiro's determined to bring out his good side. In this anime, based on the first 5 episodes of Hinako Takanaga's Boys Love manga. In fact, he's so determined that even if Soichi keeps saying no, he'll find a way to get to him. Lovely art and two lead characters who are as strong and stubborn as each other make up for the rather cramped plot. Avoid it if you don't like grape fantasies. Like, I read that entire article, I'm like, yeah, that seems fine enough. And the last sentence, I'm just like, I mean, is it though? It's 2 episodes. It doesn't seem like it. Not exactly. Hold on. Koisuru Boken. Mal. Mild nudity. It's labeled under erotica, but I don't think it has any. Yeah, ANN, please. Themes yaoi. No, it's not porn. But you know what I mean? This kind of comes out of nowhere. Do they normally use the term boys love? Well, let's find out. I'm gonna control F, boys love. Or boys apostrophe love. 19 results. Boys love elements. Boys love game. Boys love anime. Didn't want to see some boys love. Boys love show. Slow paced boys love show. Stereotype world peace through racial stereotyping and boys love. That's how. What? He also writes steamy boys love novels. And while boys love and male erotic anime used to be a very blah, blah, yeah, they use it. Not to be confused with the boys love manga, the same name. Boys love themes. Boys move. That's not what I typed. Control F. And this boys love manga. Inoffensive boys love story. Boys love story. Boys love stories. Boys love manga. Boys love anime. Avoid it if you don't like rape fantasies. A lot of BL is like that. Yeah. Wait, the Arabic dub of Monogatari might be subbed in English. Alright, I guess it's not quite the example of blindside porn, so. But it's still like, what? And I have to make sure I give it a positive, actually. Lovely art and characters were strong, make up for rather cramped plot. Titania. Titania from 2008. This epic space opera is based on a blah blah blah. They obviously mentioned Yoshiki Tanaka. New and strikingly similar tale, with Noboru Ishiguro in the director's chair. I didn't even know it was the same director and studio. Holy shit. The space battle scenes are as slow and complex as the LOGH ones, without the combination of engagement with the characters and plot complexity that made them so compelling. The polish and beauty of the design and animation can't make up for the missing sense of dash and daring. Okay, I'll give that mix to that. Stunning. Looks as stunning as LGH. Polish and beauty of designs, animation can't make up for the missing sense of dash and daring. Okay. We're on you. We're on you. We're on to you. Holy shit. We're here. Had to do stuff to do. What did I miss? Not too much. They did this funny, weird thing, like it's a small thing, where they said based on Kaoru Area 88 Shintani's 1981 manga. Like, they used their most popular title as like a middle name or a nickname, like Yoshiyuki Gundam Tomino. Osamu Astro Boy Tezuka. You know, it's like, okay. But then, yeah, just for the end. It's the end of T. End of T as we know it. But this is actually not where we're going to be starting with next stream. I haven't looked into exactly which ones we're missing. I have to go back through all the streams to really figure it out, which ones we're missing to have read out loud. But the next couple streams, 2 streams this next week, is just going to be dedicated to their articles. I'm going to do that math of like which articles are going to be covered in which days and which ones we have to do. Still to do that, but it's essentially my idea for next week. So that'll be a lot of reading on my end. Great. Yeah, I think that'll be it. Let's skip right to the end of the... It is the most replayed, apparently. This is it. Well, it's not quite. We are heading into the home stretch. There is literally just that much. After this is selected field left. There is that much left to read of the Encyclopedia for this first edition. And if we look on the progress bar for this here, we are very close to the end there. It ends about there, I'd say. Where the selected bibliography, just about here. Crazy. Alright, thanks. So, the video processing is still taking longer than expected, apparently, for digest. Maybe it's because I'm streaming? I don't know. I doubt it. But yeah, I'm still waiting for fucking videos to finish uploading to YouTube. So, those of you who are patrons of mine, apologies. You'll get digest and you'll get it, obviously, sooner than everyone. I might just take Kate's advice and upload one version, turn the ads off, and then once it. Sorry. I just like this song a lot. Yeah. Digest is still not uploaded yet. I see what's Michael. Yeah. That was just an illustration for them. How long will the articles take? I don't know. Hopefully enough time for 2 streams. We'll see. I gotta go to all my Mobage game dailies. Oh, dailies. No, have fun with that. Okay. Well, I think that's gonna be it for me. Thank you guys so much for checking this shit out. Always tuning in. You guys are the reason I can keep doing this still. Thank you again. Thank you, Kinoko. Yeah, thank you to everybody who's here. You guys are regulars and the reason I can keep doing this. Yeah, thanks. But I gotta start working on the actual script. I haven't looked at it for maybe a month now. Gotta start tapping away at that a bit more. I'm kind of nervous about it, to be honest. About like filming it and everything. I'm see how well I'm gonna perform and do it or whatever, but we'll see. That'll be fine, I'm sure. You guys are great. You guys have a great week. Oh, hope to see you on Tuesday. Yo, peace.